Okay, fans, we're here on remote this week from my hospital bed, and joining me, as always, at my bedside, I have to thank him. I didn't think he'd come through. It's Ron Niemi.
You know, Aaron, I gotta ask. I understand why you're in the hospital, because you're trying to run this entire injury angle by yourself. I don't know how much money you paid to get admitted to the hospital here, but what the hell are you doing in the pediatric ward?
Well, Ron, I heard you like the young ladies, so I thought I'd be tossing you a little bit of a bone there.
The only thing you've been tossing is your roommate's salad, and they've been taking your temperature anally, and to tell you the truth, it disgusts me.
Well, that was actually something that was recommended to me by Shannon Rose. He told me that you get better quicker that way if you have your temperature taken anally. And he's been sickly so much of his life, I just assumed it was true.
Now, Juan DeSanto and Dr. Heresey in the ring, two former partners famous in the East, what is it, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts area. I'm here to tell you, boys, this ain't the Northeast. This is the Florida WrestlePlex at IPW Hardcore Wrestling. We're happy to see two former partners tearing each other apart limb from limb.
We're happy to see any two competitors that want to go at it here in IPW. These two guys are giving it all they've got. I'm not sure much of the backstory, why these guys are feuding, why they even broke up. They were a fairly good tag team. Didn't get a whole lot of victories down here in IPW, but gave a lot of our tag teams all they could handle. But they seem to be wasting all that potential right now and just wanting to rip each other's throats out.
It brings me back to the bloodbath in the Mid-Atlantic, Georgia Championship Wrestling territories, where Ding Dong number 1 got very bitter and jealous of Ding Dong number 2, and that feud raged throughout the Mid-Atlantic area. And Dr. Heresey, he reminds me of when Mr. Wrestling 2 told Magnum TA. As a matter of fact, you look at the famous superstars at ringside, you see Bozo the Clown sitting there turned watching the action. Ever since his show was canceled off at WGN in Chicago, Illinois, he's got nowhere to go but the Florida WrestlePlex, Aaron.
All right, I want to thank you for not taking a breath there and taking over while I got my complimentary sponge bath, courtesy of the great benefits and insurance that I get here with IPW Wrestling.
The sponge bath? Is that what they're trying to do with those seeping open sores on the back of your knees? Aaron,
you did this, Ron Niemi, and now you're going to make fun of me.
One slap across your face, and you look like you were, I don't know what are you... Armageddon? Something blow up? Did something crash into your house? What's wrong with you, Aaron Royal? Were you in a train wreck, or did you just meet up with the hardcore giant himself, Ron Niemi?
The only thing wrong with me is the double axe handle I had to take across the back of my head, and then just as I'm feeling better, I'm thinking maybe I can take off the slings, maybe I can take off the neck brace. Somebody, who knows who, comes at me from the back with a barbed wire bat and just makes the whole thing worse.
So what's that got to do with in your medical record? You're trying to claim that you got pneumonia, and worst of all, you're trying to claim that you came down with the gout?
Well, see, what it was with the pneumonia is the bacteria from my bed sores spread, and now I'm sick in my lungs and chestal area as well.
That Dr. Juan DeSanto, he's not only a great wrestler, but he can shake his ass like no other I've ever seen, except for, I might add, my dear friend, General Skandar Akbar.
We talked about Skandar Akbar last week. It was unfortunate that his movie career went downhill, but you won't see Skandar Akbar, but you will see all the IPW stars right here tomorrow night. That's Saturday, December the 8th, 8 p.m. bell time, and I want to encourage all you fans to bring your signs out. Get yourself on TV with your signs. You can bring Richie Rich signs. You can bring Ron Niemi signs if you so desire. You can bring Mud Baby signs, or just go with the trusty standby. Shannon is gay.
Now, at the December 8th Florida WrestlePlex tomorrow night, it is the most brutal card to ever enter the WrestlePlex. We call it the Hardcore Wonderland.
What?
The Hardcore Wonderland.
I didn't say that, so you'd say it again, Ron. Yes, it's Hardcore Wonderland for those of you not able to pick up his a cappella voice who don't have dog ears out there. That show should be very exciting. What are some of the matches we have coming up on that show, Ron?
You got Devin Nash defending his newly won IPW television title against returning ODD bad boy Jeff Bradley, coming back from over a year in the World Wrestling Council in Puerto Rico, wrestling for Carlos Colon and Barabbas.
Well, it looks like that's what Dr. Heresey thought of that commentary there, Ron, that it kind of stinks. I know we've heard that before, but we just keep doing what we're doing here on IPW Weekly Recap. And these two guys, they may be former partners, but they don't seem to have any love lost right here as they're going at it right.
Dr. Heresey hits him with a
here.
huge double Russian leg sweep made famous by Sam Houston, and the mullet comes over and gets a 2.5 count, and I don't know what the mullet was doing on the mat, because I know when he negotiated his contract, there was a specific no ref bump clause in there, so somebody's going to be paying, brother.
Yeah, the Richie's Rats got very vocal and upset at ringside when they saw him falling down, but he's up and moving about, so they were okay. They didn't have to go raid the concession stand, though I guess that would have been good for business. This is a roll-up. This could be it it right here. No, neither of these guys, we've seen them going at it for about 10 minutes now. Neither one of them can seem to get the 3 count on their former partner. It's like they know each other a little too well.
They know each other like they know the back of their hands. And there's a beautiful super kick that Don Juan DeSanto lays into the chops of Dr. Heresey. This one's got to be over, Aaron.
It looks like it's going to be over here very soon. Laid him right down on his face, pancaked him there. 1, 2, 3, and that is it.